Let me tell you, the Pentatonix Pentaholics are really getting a special treat this holiday season with the amount of videos that Pentatonix has been putting out over the past month or month and a half or so. And even within the past week, has been a lot of videos. So that being said, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I appreciate you checking out. If you're not and you're coming back, reoccurring, you are a true one. I appreciate you. Let's enjoy together Pentatonix Pure Imagination. Christmas time is here. This very crazy of a not collaboration, but mashup that we would never have expected, but we all kind of really enjoy. So let's get into it. Live from Vevo. The studio is so sick. It sounds so tight, like a vocoder.
Christmas time is here, happiness and cheer, fun for all the children call their favorite time of year. Snowflakes in the air, carols everywhere, olden times, ancient rhymes of love and dreams to share. Sleigh bells.
All right, let's talk about this so far. We got a lot to talk about. I don't want to say, I was going to say choreography, but it's not the right word. Stage presence is a better word. It's very, very, very engaging. The way that they're all slowly moving around the stage or screen, and they, Mitch is owning that camera. He's like he's singing directly to one person, and whoever that viewer may be. But that viewer is you, or it's me, or it's anybody else that watches this, and that's the beauty of cameras and how it can make us feel like we are right there, and they are singing to us. But as you saw in the beginning, how Scott was moving behind Mitch, and just every member of the group was just moving around back and forth, but slowly, and keeping you engaged. And what I appreciated about here is it almost had this like almost concert vibe, where like what they would do on stage at a show, as opposed to just being in this live sessions. Because in a lot of live sessions, I feel like artists can kind of just give a very, like, what I would call a radio performance, where back in the days of radio, where most people listen to radio, you'd be sitting, an artist would go in and play a live set for the radio station, and it would be sitting at a desk, or maybe a little stage, but it was just sitting down, kind of acoustic kind of vibe. And I feel like that's translated even to now, when not a ton of people listen to radio, but that whole radio session still is there, where like I've seen artists do, for example, like a Vevo session, and the group is kind of just standing and performing, which is very different than if they were at a live show and performing the live show. They'd be all over the stage, right? Pentatonix is not doing that. They are doing almost like what I said, almost like a performance at the show, the way that they're carrying themselves like a concert in what I would call a radio performance. I gotta be honest, it's Mitch and Kirsten have such incredibly similar timbres, depending on what they're singing. They either sound nothing alike or very, very, very similar. All right, before Scott comes in, let me talk about this. That whole section right there, very much. I'm gonna rewind it a little bit. It gives me. It's hard to believe that it's just 5 singers. The way that they arrange it is, and that's a compliment in a good way. I'm not saying that I doubt it. I'm saying more so in the way that they arrange it is really cool because it has a very it's a very layered arrangement in the sense that they're all doing separate things, which is very different than their earlier stuff. I said this in a lot of videos, but in their earlier videos, they were just matching harmonies. Now they, for example, I don't know exactly the breakup, but for example, Scott, Kirsty, and Mitch were doing like for example a melody, while hypothetically Matt and Kevin are doing more of like these layered oohs and ahs and creating this pad, almost like chordal structure. Almost gives the vibe like you listen to like like what they do is more like orchestration than I would even say harmony. Like it sounds like they're creating an orchestra of layered instruments doing like, because when you have an orchestra, the violins might be holding a single note while the cellos might be going to and it's like this creating these layers inside of it. That's cool. The color change is sick.
Come with me. Christmas time.
I love that.
In the world of your imagination, letting you'll be the children call their favorite time of year to be.
Dude, they sound like synthesizers the way they slide between notes. The pitch in this was unbelievably accurate. Like, quality is just insane. And I give them, like, it's years and years and years and years and years of being a group. But you can hear that, like, practice makes progress. And, this so much practice makes so much progress. And, I mean, how many years has it been? 12, 13 years of them being together and performing together? It's incredible artists, incredible talent, and it was a seamless, very, very top-notch performance. That's how you make me feel. Christmas in New York. In the cold, you can hold me on the street, just like Susie did to Dylan. Free will it, don't think twice. Shake the snow